Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty big PlayStation 5 game leakage coming out over here, and it's going to be in regards to quite a few different things. We have a little bit for Gamescom, the upcoming games that are going to be announced up here for this upcoming Tuesday, and as well, we also have some pretty big major stuff for the next upcoming PlayStation 5 game, The Last of Us Part 1 Remake, where a lot of the footage actually is now kind of came out. We've seen some official footage, we've seen some leaks, and we have a lot of different things we're going to go highlight and showcase up to you guys, because this overall, at the end of the day, is actually still shaping up to be not that bad. I'm still on the basically back and forth if I'm going to want to play the game or not, so let me know in the comment section down below. Are you guys planning on picking up The Last of Us Part 1 Remake for the brand new PlayStation 5 version or not? You mean, even throughout this video, let me know in the comment section because I'm always a little bit on the curious side. I'm still going and leaning towards maybe just because we've been in a little bit of a gaming drought, but I want to let you know your thoughts down below. As well, before we fully dive in the video, we do keep on mentioning the brand new Samsung link and sign up. If you guys want to go and save some money or check out the monitors, just be involved in emailing list, or just even look at it, feel free to and check it out down below for the insanely huge, massive Samsung monitor. Has been absolutely insane big. It's the dream monitor nonetheless. We also have the Twitter and Twitch room down below, the Target links down below, the Amazon links for the PS5s down below, and of course, make sure you guys are subscribed. So, if you guys have had a chance to go and see, we've been seeing a lot when it comes to The Last of Us. Now, this game has been very, very polarizing, though, to be fully honest with you guys. But as of right now, we have some both official and leaks to go and showcase. The latest official The Last of Us Part 1 footage comes in the form of both a PlayStation 4 and a PS5 comparison video. So I'm going to show you guys this and show some more spicy stuff in a little bit. So basically, viewable below, we'll show you guys right now. It basically compares the Boston Docks location that appears in The Last of Us Part 1 Remastered for the PS4, while also comparing it to The Last of Us PS5. The Last of Us Part 1 is billed as a faithful reproduction of the original game, which was released for PS3 in 2013, with now modernized gameplay and controls, plus more accessibility options. Let's go full cam on this one and showcase this on up as we're kind of just talking about stuff in the background. So you guys can kind of see the big difference between the PS5 and PS4 versions. I maybe put myself over the water after a few times, but like this is actually probably, I think, one of the better comparisons. If you guys have kind of been following my videos throughout these past few days, past few weeks as we've been discussing this, you can actually see, like, this is what they should be showing in the very first initial stages of the game itself. We'll play through it a few times and I'll highlight some distinctions. But, like, this, for the first initial ones, I'll be honest, they really weren't that impressive. But if you compare some of this stuff, like, let's go use this. Like, look at these buildings on the right side. Look at how, like, it doesn't look bad. Like, in even most games, they'd be like, all right, not awful. But if you guys go and compare, like, just literally stare at this building, and you see it's not really, like, textured. It's not really layered. There isn't really too much stuff. Like, you look at the garbage, it looks kind of plotted on in. You look at this, it's just a gray block with gradient textures. You look at these are lines. You look at the bricks, and you can barely even tell that these are individualized bricks. I mean, obviously you can if you stare at it, look at it. Look at the ceilings, it's like two different walls, like on the roof. Like, you see the stuff in the backdrop. Like, you see it, but there's nothing in the water, nothing in the distance. But then you go and actually keep on playing the video, and oh my good golly gracious, that's actually kind of impressive. Like, wow. So I think you guys can kind of maybe, like, for some of the other previous ones, there is definitely improvements. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, we saw it, we were cool with it, we were like, oh, this is neat. But then you kind of go and see this. Like, this is the first video clips, and we'll show you guys a few more throughout the video, but this is the first ones I've actually been generally impressed on seeing. Like, look at how insane this looks in terms of individual details. Even looking at the garbage. Look at how they actually restructured up the actual walls. Look how they got rid of the weird gradient building and they actually added different details into it. Look at the lines. Look at the backdrop of this random ominous stuff in the background from the fog. Look at the water. Look at the lighting. Like, this actually looks like there's been, like, proper effort put into this actual, like, recreation over here as it's looking around. This is actually generally impressive. And you look through this, like, that did really look like an old school style game. And just by the comparison, like, look at the boat, look at the random, like, little, like, iron. Like, it actually looks more realistic too in terms of the actual, like, features and timestamps they put into it. It's just insane. Like, it actually looks more of like a realistic scene, and it looks like something that people would actually, like, be involved in. And I think it looks nice. Like, that looks huge. Like, look at how beautiful this looks just for the subtleties of all of this. It's very, very nice and insane to go and see. And I'll be honest. All the previous ones, I've been kind of I don't want to say a hater, but very judgmental. This is the first time I've actually seen it look presentable, look different, and actually makes it seem like this was actually worth my money as we're going through all these big major changes. So this is still coming out too as well, and we're having a few more leaks too on top of this. But the interesting part is also now we even have Tom Henderson, who also went and had a chance to go and showcase up even more. So Last of Us Part 1 remake footage and screenshots now then leaked too as well. And now a lot of folks are still critiquing the price tag, don't get me wrong. I still think this should be a $40 game or somehow have a deal if you bought the previous version. Not denying that there is new work and textures and animations and blah 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 blah. You have to pay your devs, I agree. But I really don't think there's like still in terms of lore, in terms of story, in terms of voice acting and all of that. So as The Last of Us has no been stranger to controversy since the announcement, with a lot of people still, criticizing the unjust price tag, which I still stand by is too much, but they do have things and textures, animation, character models at 60 FPS, more versions and all of that. However, recent leaks and official gameplay footage releases from Naughty Dog haven't conveyed these features to a satisfactory standard, at least when Twitter is concerned. Although he has not had a chance to go check this one out, especially because the embargo lifts in a few weeks, they actually had a chance to go and showcase some of the gameplay too as well. And I will go and say, looking through some of this stuff, it does look a lot nicer and better. Now, this is possibly just even part of just the press PR kit too as well, because if it's on the website, it probably would be taken down instead of specific stuff, then they can let us know. But it does generally look good. Everything that we've had a chance to see, if you guys even saw from our previous showcasing for it, you could see the facial models, you can see the hair follicles, you can see the environments around the world, and everything else put together is cool. It's actually really nice and really cool. Now, I'm not joking this with the audio and stuff like this, but you guys can kind of see, it actually looks like there's a proper environment with proper stuff involved, with proper things, and proper little teddy bears that look really cute in the backdrop. And you guys can see, now this is just more of a conversation, and it's not too bad to go and showcase as they're going through this, with models and movements and all of that. But I really do think the biggest thing that we had a chance to see so far for some of this stuff is more on, well, obviously it looks nicer too as you're going through these, models and these people and the dialogues. But I really think the environments are really the big things in these types of games that go and showcase up the most. And to me, that's the most important part. Because this is cool. This looks nice. You look at the beard, you look at the textures, you look at the gray, you look through all this stuff. It looks generally nice, don't get me wrong. But if you look through some of these other things too as well, you more so want to look in the environment, in the backgrounds, and the drop and see what's up. And I think that's a bigger line. Just look, this is probably a stupid comment to say, but look at the random fire. That to me is cool. It's a well-made, well-textured small detail that would probably be in a post-apocalyptic world where you're just trying your best to hope for the best to make anything happen. And it makes the room look full. It makes it look realistic. It makes everything seem right. You're seeing the eyes that are wet and they're having teardrops. You see all this stuff put together, and it really does make the involvement in the game a lot cooler. I think it just looks all around nicer. So a lot of folks are saying there's no denying that the actually does look great, but people still are saying, myself included, if you have to pay the extra money and the $70 price tag for it on top of the game, it's so weird to say. People are still critiquing that very, very hard. I think this might be one of those games I might go check out on a future sale. I might maybe want to check it out because I'm technically a Twitch streamer and YouTuber, so I can maybe do some reviews and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, man, it's kind of there's never been so much controversy for one random game, and I really do think a lot of folks would be cool with it if it was just $30, $40, etc., etc. But at least a lot of the things that have been improved, especially what we just showed you guys over here, it really does seem to showcase up actual proper improvements. And I will say this is the first time I'm genuinely impressed with the game, how they're making the game and everything else. This actually does look like something that's different and improved and maybe actually worth the money, although it's the same story, so it's hard still to go and justify. So with all this drama, give me your thoughts and comments down below, but at least we have had a chance to see more stuff, and don't forget this is coming out on September 2nd for the PlayStation 5, and also is apparently in development as well for the PC. So, at least it's had really good also accessibility options and other things tied on in. And now a quick little thing too as well, I got the press email for the Gamescom. I'm not sure if this is public or not, I'm assuming it is, but we do have the Sonic Frontiers, Hogwarts Legacy, Callisto Project, which is the Dead Space remake, High on Life, Return to Monkey Island, Outlast Trials, Lies of P, Genshin Impact, Gotham Knights, Goat Simulator 4, Honkai Star Rail, and there's even new IPs too as well, and also the Expanse Telltale series, and many more to be announced. So this is all just from the official press email, and I think a lot of this probably is live, because if you guys look at these pictures, it has a lot of stuff like Sonic, Callisto, and Hogwarts, etc. I'll just let you guys know in case you guys are curious on what to be on the lookout for. I will probably be co-streaming that up on Twitch and giving highlights as well up on YouTube. So make sure you guys are following up the Twitch and checking out the YouTube. And as well, make sure you guys are still checking out the Samsung links down below. below. Give me your opinions in the comments section down below too, and all the controversy for The Last of Us. And as well, follow up the Twitter, follow the Twitch, follow the Amazon links, Target links, and all that down below. We'll have more videos all up for you guys tomorrow.